year is obviously to win the MAC West and to get into the Mid-America Conference Tournament and make a deep run into that. This team is kind of taking that a step further. I think you hear the internal talk amongst the players about winning a MAC title. There's obviously excitement around Northern Illinois University with the wonderful job our fall sports teams have done. We're really looking forward to, we've got a high level of enthusiasm. It's going to be important for us to settle into the fact that, it is a 56-game schedule, that we have 14 weeks of playing, that we have to continue to improve, we have to continue to stay healthy, I think these guys understand that. We're excited to get it started. This team, it is a veteran team in a lot of aspects. Our infield, the left side of the infield especially, with Alex Jones and Troy White, both four-year starters, both, postseason award winners last year in terms of Troy White was a second-team All-MAC performer. Alex Jones was a first-team All-MAC, first-team All-Region shortstop. That's probably the one area where we are most experienced and excited about. They're both leaders on our program. They're both captains on our team. And that's just typical of what we kind of got spread out throughout the infield and the outfield. Behind the plate we have Brett Frantini, and he is a senior this year. I believe he has the strongest arm behind the plate of any catcher in our conference, and I think he's poised to have a very good year for us. The rest of the infield features Jeff Zimmerman. Even though he's only a sophomore at first base, he was the freshman player of the year in the MAC and a freshman All-American. And then at second base, we've got quite an interesting competition shaping up with Alex Klanowski, who played well last year as a freshman in his limited time. We have two transfers, one Connor Duckhorn, a left-handed swinging guy who can play multiple positions on the field, and of course Jordan Huffman, transfer from North Iowa Area Community College, and he's got a chance to be very good as well. So we have some depth, we have some competition shaping up, so we're real excited about our infield. And then when you look at us positionally in the outfield, as a baseball people, you want to be strong up the middle. Well, between Jones and our second base position and Frantini behind the plate, you add Jamison Wells to the mix in center field, and he's probably the best cover guy in the Mid-American Conference. Tremendous speed. Had a coming out year last year with the bat where he really started to feel comfortable and catch up to Division I pitching. Coming off a .321 year, he was in the top 40 in the country in runs and stolen bases. So we've got a lot of reasons to be excited. Alex Beckman is a guy that we think will go out and be the everyday guy in right field, and he's also a senior. And then the left field battle, it's going to be a battleground out in left field between Jordan Rashavi, returning player who was injured a little bit last year. Jordan's a junior. Junior college transfer Mike Kane. And, of course, you've got Alex Klanowski and Connor Duckhorn that might be able to go out and mix that up too. So we're real excited about what this year brings. Our practices to date have been real smooth and real crisp, and that's what you get with a veteran team that's been through it. That's our team positionally. On the mound, we also have some veterans. Tom Berry is a senior. He's been a two-year conference starter. Tony Manville was second-team All-MAC last year with a 9-1 record, one of the best years on the mound of a pitcher in Northern Illinois history. And then, of course, you add Taylor Naraki, another transfer from NIAC, North Iowa Area Community College, and he's a right-handed pitcher, throws upper 80s, low 90s, and is definitely a competitor. And then Jake Hermson, who has a great arm on the left side and is starting to figure out consistency. Those are the four main guys that we're looking at as far as conference starters or starters in our rotation, and we feel equally as confident in the back end of our bullpen, where you have Kyle Glancy, who had 12 saves last year and is on this year's preseason watch list for Stopper of the Year. He's a senior as well, so we've got veterans shaping throughout. We put our team through the gauntlet early on. I think in our first 17 games, 18 games or so, we're going to play several teams that are ranked in the top 25 in the country in terms of St. John's University, Arizona State, and Oregon State. A lot of the other teams that we're facing are ranked in the top 75 in the country, and that includes Tennessee. They're getting some notoriety they've got a new coach down there in Dave Serrano who has taken 2 teams to the College World Series, and Tennessee hired him with the intent of getting them there as well. Texas Tech, who's gotten better every year and is going to be in contention in the Big 12 this year, I'm pretty sure. And then, of course, Winthrop out of North Carolina, they're a perennial power in the Big South, an NCAA tournament participant, and St. Mary's from California. So that shapes up to be the first part of our season, the first third of our season maybe, and it's all on the road, and it's something that our kids have come to relish the challenge of it. They understand the concept of it, and that it's a process that we need to engage in to get us to where we want to be. Players, we got players that we think are emotionally mature, are physically mature, they're mentally mature. These guys overcame an 0-10 start last year. This is the core of the group that was there that overcame an 0-10 start, finished up 30-27, made a good run to finish up second in our division, just behind Central Michigan. You know, these guys also achieved. You know, we had some situations with our travel that these guys remained calm about, with a plane cancellation and 2 bus breakdowns. So we're real excited that this team has the mental and emotional capabilities to match up with their physical capabilities. And when you get those 3 things going, you have to anticipate some good things. We need to go out and continue to play the game. We need to go out and get the process started and trust that we can get it done. And I think this team can do that.